Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. This video is related to APPSC Group 1 Mains Economy, and in this video I'll be discussing one question related to Group 1 Mains Paper 4, that is Economy of India and Andhra Pradesh, and I'll be subsequently discussing the answer related to that question. Before proceeding further, I'll be discussing briefly about me. So I have appeared in UPSC Mains in 2012, 2013 and 2014 and 17, and I have cleared SSC CGL Combined Graduate Level Examination, which is conducted by Staff Selection Commission in 2011, 12, 13 and 14, and I have also appeared in Intelligence Bureau Assistant Central Intelligence Officer ACIO interview also, and I also appeared in APPSC Group 1 Mains twice, that is in 2017 and 2020. So this is briefly about me. Furthermore, I want to tell you that I have recently started a Telegram group with the name of Vijay Mohan's Economy for UPSC and APPSC. You can directly search the group and join the group. Otherwise, I will be providing a link in the description so that you will be able to join the group directly. And I will be providing updates on Group 1 or APPSC Economy and UPSC Economy, and also question and answers or questions related to the APPSC and UPSC, which will be useful for the candidates who are appearing for UPSC and APPSC exams. So today's question is related to Indian industry. The post-independence Indian industry has traversed different developmental paths. In this context, evaluate the growth of industrial sector in India since independence. You have to briefly observe the question. You have to carefully observe the question that it was asking about the post-independence Indian industry, which has traversed different developmental paths. In the question itself, he has given that Indian industry post-independence has traversed different development paths. And in the second aspect, what he is asking that in this context, you need to evaluate the growth of industrial sector in India since independence. So what you have to do is that you have to evaluate how Indian industry has grown since Indian independence. See, in this type of questions, understanding question is very important, and understanding what is the demand of the question and what examiner is expecting from the answer. So first we will try to connect it to syllabus. So in paper 4 of Group 1 Economy, you are having a chapter 9, that is Industrial Development and Policy. In that chapter, which is a 9th chapter, in that chapter there is role of industrial sector in economic development, evolution of industrial policy since independence, industrial policy in 1991 and its impact on Indian economy, contribution of public sector to industrial development in India, etc. Mainly, we will take this part, evolution of industrial policy since independence and role of industrial sector in economic development. Here we will see some of the previous year questions asked in Group 1 Mains exam. For instance, in Group 1 Mains exam 2020, two questions were asked related to industry. One question is, contrast the industrial policy of 1980 with that of 1991 with respect to small enterprises in India. Here he is asking about difference or contrast between the industrial policy of 1980 and 1991 with respect to small enterprises in India. And the other question is, critically examine the performance of public sector in Indian economy. These are the two questions which were asked in Group 1 2020 related to Indian industry. Now we will see approach to the answer. In the first sentence, we will give industrial growth in India has not been easy. It has gone through various phases of development over the years. In the first sentence itself, you are saying that industrial growth has gone through various phases of development over the years. And in the second sentence, we will try to say that the policies of the British encouraged the imports of goods and exports of raw materials from India. By this sentence, you are giving a brief background of how the economy of India was at the time of independence. So in order to express or in order to tell about the post-independence Indian industry, you are providing a brief background in a single sentence about what is the situation of the Indian economy at the time of independence, by saying that the British encouraged the imports of goods and exports of raw materials from India, and soon after the independence things started changing, and through the subsequent 5-year plans, government shifted its focus on industrialization. So in this sentence, you are trying to tell that soon after independence things started changing, and you are bringing into picture the 5-year plans through which government shifted its focus on industrialization. In the next sentence, you will try to say that the first 5-year plan, it mainly focuses on development of both private and public sectors. And in the second plan, which was based on the Mahalanobis model, it gave priority to industrialization. In the third plan, which is along with the first and second 5-year plans, is helped to build up the capital goods industries in India. This sentence is summarizing about first 3 plans, and in the first 3 plans, India build up an capital goods industry in India. Then between 1965 and 1980, you have taken a 15-year period. Industrial growth saw a decline, which is mainly due to the negligence of the consumer goods sector in the first 3 plans. So in the first 3 plans, India concentrated on capital goods industries. Because of that, there was a decline in the industrial growth in 1965-1980, mainly because of the negligence of consumer goods sector in the first 3 plans. Consumer goods, for example, household goods like soaps, shampoos, and also daily usage goods. Because of the negligence of these sector, there was a general decline in the industry in the 1965 and 1980. But between 1980 and 1991, industries recovered from downfall due to an increase in the productivity of Indian industries and improvement in manufacturing and capital goods sector. So in between 1980 and 1991, there is a considerable increase in the productivity of the Indian industries and also improvement in manufacturing and capital goods sector. So between 1980 and 1991, there was increased infusion of technology as far as Indian industries is concerned. Because of that infused technology improvements and also the improvements in the processes of industries, there was an improvement in general in manufacturing and capital goods sector. That was the reason why there was an increase in productivity and industries. Next, post 1991 economic liberalization of India, many reforms were brought which helped shape the future industries in India. So post 1991 economic liberalization, there was very innovative aspects and there was industrial delicensing and industrial deregulation is happening, and there was also deregulation in terms of license raj, permit raj, as far as industries are concerned. Because of all these measures and also the globalization aspect, there was an increase in the efficiency and productivity of the Indian industries. Next, the advent of digital revolution and technology thrust since 21st century changed the course of Indian industry. Many initiatives like Make in India, Digital India, Startup India, etc. are evident for the same. So, with the advent of digital revolution and technology thrust since the 21st century, the Indian industry has changed its course from being a production based to they are moving towards productivity based. And many initiatives of the government recently like Make in India, Digital India, and Startup India, and also many initiatives as far as MSMEs are concerned, and also usage of new technologies like artificial intelligence, fourth industrial revolution, etc. Indian industry is going to be a game changer, and Indian industry is poised to increase its productivity and efficiency levels. So this is all about the question related to post-independence Indian industry, and mainly you have to remember that in this type of questions you need to analyze in a way of time period. For example, by taking 15 years period like what we have did 1965 to 1980, between 1980 to 1991, and post 1991, you have to take the landmark years or landmark period in which how industry has behaved and how industry has developed or declined. In this way, you will provide a comparative perspective in several years or time periods, so that your answer will provide a comprehensive view about the growth of Indian industry, etc. That is it for now. Thank you, and please subscribe to channel and also Telegram group for further updates on UPSC and APPSC. Thank you.